name is Ellie, and I think in terms of frequency, energy, life, I let people tell me who I was. People told me I was quiet and I was shy. Partners told me how all about my imperfections about my body. I was told that I was too big here and too small here in certain parts of my body, and that my face was ugly. And I allowed partners to tell me this and for me to take this on as truth. My whole life, I let society tell me what my place was and my worth. And as I grew up into adulthood and had two unsuccessful romantic relationships, which I had a child with both partners, and these relationships ended, I let society tell me that I was unlovable, that I was unworthy of ever finding a new relationship. It wasn't until I had an injury, which left me in level 10 pain for 3 months, that I began to question everything. When you're in level 10 pain, it's even hard to have thoughts. I had thoughts in fragments, and most of the time, no thoughts at all. So I was forced to go within to that quiet spaciousness. I couldn't do the things I needed to do. I couldn't be a mother. I couldn't provide for my children by going to work. I couldn't care for my children. And it caused me to ask myself and call out to the universe, who am I? If I'm not a mom, if I can't do the things I'm supposed to do, who am I? And this created an awakening in me. I began to understand myself and find myself in this quiet place. I began to have memories of a child where I was feeling so much energy. As a child, I was a sensitive. I could feel all the energy around me, and that energy around me was suffering. Both my parents were deeply suffering from depression and despair. All of the people that they brought in were also suffering from this. And on the news, it was full of suffering at the hands of other humans. And I came to realize that the reason I was so quiet, so shy as a child, was because I was taking all of this in, and it was overwhelming. I didn't understand much more than the fact that everyone was suffering and that I was feeling this energy. And that it wasn't a bad quality that I had of being quiet or shy. I was just taking in this enormous amount of information, and it wasn't a bad quality, it was a gift that I had. In this place, in this space of pain, I began to completely get to know myself, and I began to see that everything that people were telling me that I got to decide. I could choose who I was. I was the decider of this, not other people. And the fact that I had let partners tell me who I was and tell me how bad I was the result of me not loving myself, me not knowing myself, and just taking on the identity that everyone else gave me. So you don't have to wait until you are in an immense pain, physically or emotionally, to go within and find yourself. You can do this now, right in the present moment, going into your body, feeling into your body and quieting your mind, reflecting upon who you are and who you want to be. In that space of pain, I found love for myself. I started to discover the universe inside of me, my connection to the universe, that I was truly connected to everything. I started to study myself, study energy, study spiritual awakening, and teachers would begin to flow into my life that would change my life and bring me the information I needed. I found that I was lovable, I was love, I was worthy, and I was brave and courageous. And so are you. You are all of those things as well. Once I understood that I was brave and I was love and I was deserving of love, I ended all of the relationships in my life. The partnership that I had, a best friend that I had for 15 plus years. I understood that I was worthy of loving relationships that had my best interest at hand, that made me a priority, and that I was worthy of being a priority in someone's life. And I was brave enough because in that moment, even though I was starting to feel my connection to the universe and understanding that I wasn't alone, that I had guides and there was so much more for me to discover. But it was brave because in that moment, I was physically alone. I decided to leave those partnerships, those friendships, and to walk alone. And I valued my courageous steps into the unknown. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to be brave and courageous and take the steps in the direction of our own well-being, understanding that we are worthy of the life that we want. We are worthy of loving relationships that take our best interest at hand. And we are the deciders of who we are, of what steps we're going to go in what direction, and the outcome of our life. No one else gets to decide that unless you give your power away and let people decide for you. Let people decide who you are. But you are powerful, and no one knows you like you do. And until you meet yourself in this quiet spaciousness, and you reflect on who you are, and you discover that love for yourself, you will continue to accept treatment that is hurtful to you, unloving. You will continue to accept being on the low end of the list of priorities, and you will continue to let people decide for you how your life's going to turn out and who you are. So, are you ready to meet yourself? Meet yourself in this quiet space. You can do it now. You can do it as you're walking down the street. Just bring all of your attention into your body. Feel the energy in your body. Focus on your breath. And every time a thought comes up, just observe it and understand that that is an energy form that you are receiving, and that you are the being receiving that thought. And just observe it. Don't judge the thought. Just allow it to be. Allow it to float on like a cloud. In fact, once I could get up out of bed after that injury, one of my favorite things to do was just lay on the grass and stare up at the sky. It was infinite. It was beautiful. It was spaciousness. It reminded me of freedom, and it represented this new step into freedom, my own personal freedom that I was taking. And I would just stare up at the sky in awe of the beauty. And I would let the thoughts pass by, just like a cloud. I paid no mind to them. When you don't feed into a thought, when you don't make a judgment of it and worry about it, it will fade away. Oh, I thought that I'm not worthy. Hello. Just let it float by like a cloud. And bring your attention back into your body, into the awareness of the beauty and spaciousness of the sky. This is a wonderful practice that you don't have to just do in this way, that you can do it anytime, anywhere, and that will help you to begin to meet yourself and to understand that you are worthy. You are precious. You are a precious being that is worthy of love and dignity and respect, but you have to know that first, and you have to decide that first. I wish you so much luck on your journey. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I encourage you to check out my video, How to Stand in Your Power, to develop this wonderful relationship with yourself. Good luck, my friend. Thank you.